Hi guys and welcome to another episode of Worlds Collide. I'm Justin.
And I'm Mitch.
And today we are focused on Galactus.
The Eater of Worlds.
The Devourer.
So, let's kick it off. A lot of people watching this might not... How popular do you think Galactus is? Like, on average, who do you think people know who Galactus is?
I'm going to chalk this up to about a 50-50.
Yeah.
Because if you know about the MCU, you've been following anything that's going on in Marvel continuity, or even no Marvel period.
Yeah, even know comics even a little bit.
That's what I mean.
You'll know who Galactus is.
You should.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty big in the Marvel world.
Even in the comic world.
Hey, you come here. Get your damn tail out of here. You're banned. That's a banning. Off the set.
That's a Kirby emote.
Yeah, we need a Kirby emote. We got a Bowser dorp.
Yeah.
Alright. Sorry.
But, yeah, I mean, like, even, like, if you were not a Marvel fan, if, let's say, you were strictly DC, never read anything of Marvel, I'm pretty sure you would have heard who Galactus is.
You probably would have, because he's one of the big bads.
One of the big characters. I want to call him a big bad.
Not a villain?
No.
Really?
No.
Like, I know he doesn't want to, and he's been set on record as he doesn't want to do what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, to be a villain, you have to have motivations. And Galactus doesn't have a motivation other than hunger.
Hunger is his sole motivation.
Galactus,
pretty primal.
Galactus is. He's a force of nature.
They actually proved it, which we'll talk about later. Life can't really go on without him.
No.
He is kind of essential.
Yeah. He's
to
essential
the universe's
survival.
Stability.
Yeah.
So, who is this guy?
So Galactus is, well, Galactus, first and foremost, he's always been depicted as this giant human being with this giant purple, weird, fork-looking crown.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
So there's a good old Galactus card. Him in outer space. Bigger than the planets themselves. Just kind of eating up the worlds.
Now, Galactus is actually a form of pure energy. That's how he looks like to us. How he looks like when he's invading the Skrull world, he looks like a Skrull. When he's invading the Kree home world, he looks like a Kree. He always appears to be of the same race that he is facing.
That's how he kind of connects.
Yes.
Because his powers are pretty endless.
Yes.
Mind control, opens portals, time travel,
energy manipulation. He could create life, create matter manipulation, reality warping,
bring you back from the dead.
Yeah, resurrection, healing, insta kill.
Can bestow powers upon others.
Yeah,
that one's a pretty big one.
Yeah, he uses that one quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like I said, he could create life. He could create his own army if he wanted to.
Power cosmic is at his control, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, this guy's pretty serious dude.
Yeah.
Not a villain though, huh?
No. So, no, he doesn't have a one. You can't reason with Galactus. Galactus doesn't see anybody from the Marvel Universe. Anybody you've seen in the movie so far. Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, even Odin, Thanos, everybody, Scarlet Witch, everybody that you've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Galactus wouldn't even pay attention to. He wouldn't even deem worthy to speak to. He will just do what he is meant to do, which is to consume worlds, and everybody else is like, it's like you or me trying to speak to an ant.
It's funny you say that because one of the things I read, and it was actually a clip from one of the comics, was I think in the first original trilogy.
Yeah. The
first Galactus trilogy, where he came to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
He's facing off against Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer's there, and it's one of the speech bubbles of the thing being like, who's this guy? Like, he's still going to get a clobber, and then Sue's like, but why is he here? And Reed's like, he's not even paying attention to us. He's not looking at us. He doesn't care. It's like we don't exist.
No. We all don't matter to him.
Insignificant.
He has no malevolent thoughts, but he also has no benevolent thoughts either. Like, he's just He's just neutral.
I'm just doing it because I'm hungry.
In D&D terms, he is true neutral. He is not chaotic neutral. He is not neutral evil. He's not neutral good. He's not lawful neutral. He is neutral. He is just a force.
Force to be reckoned with.
Yes.
Get the hell out of his way.
Yes. That's why he is a threat. There's a difference between a threat and a villain.
You got
Thanos is a
point.
villain. Doom is a villain. Galactus is a threat.
A threat to the entire universe, and
Well,
from time to time,
he's a threat to life.
to the life period. Now,
Not to the universe. He's essential to the universe. He's a threat to life.
now he's essential to our universe.
Yes.
That we're dealing with, Universe 7.
Yes. So,
But that's not where he came from, is it?
no. So, starting right back at the beginning, when there was just one universe, this universe was actually sentient. This one universe ended up creating the Celestials and created a universe 2 and put the Celestials into this universe and do as you please. Some Celestials went off, these Celestials went off, created planets, created life, and some of these Celestials reported back to this universe to praise to the universe. And some Celestials decided they didn't want to. They didn't want to pray to this universe. They didn't want to give thanks to this universe. So this split the Eternals into two different races.
Factions or races?
Well, two different factions.
Okay.
And then there was a big war that happened that pretty much destroyed this universe too. And then at that destruction, this sentient universe and its follower Celestials just went off on their own, leaving behind Universe 3, and with all the Celestials that we all know.
Okay, so you said Universe 2 and 3 there.
Yes.
So still not dealing with Galactuses, are we?
No. So I don't know what happened with Universe 4 or 5.
What about 1?
Well, 1 is the sentient universe.
So 1 is the sentient universe.
Yes.
And it created 2.
That's right.
With the Celestials.
That's
the
right.
Celestials then populated
The second universe.
the second universe, and when they split, they created a third.
That's right.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know what happened with the third universe, and the fourth universe, or even the third and fourth. I'm not too sure. The fifth universe was when the multiverse was created when the sixth universe was created. So
that
until
was
the sixth
Galactus' universe.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
6 is Galactus' universe. The 7th is our universe, and
Yes.
the multiverse didn't get created until the 7th universe.
Ah, okay.
So until our
That makes
universe,
sense.
there was no multiverse.
Because I didn't know about 1 through 5.
Yeah.
I just knew Galactus started at 6.
Yeah.
And Galactus was from a planet called Tau.
Sure.
Tau, and his original name was actually Galen.
Yes.
He was one of the great, really, really, really great scientists. Actually, brilliant mind. Him, among a bunch of other scientists, knew that the universe was coming to some kind of...
They were infected by a virus.
Yes, that was what it was.
That was spreading across their universe.
It was going to wipe everyone out no matter what. They knew it. There's nothing they could do to stop it, so they figured, let's go out with a bang.
Yeah.
So they all piled in the ship, and they drove the ship right into the center of the infection.
Yeah.
Essentially, right in the collapse of the universe.
The largest star in the universe.
Yeah, they drove right into the star.
Yeah.
Head first into it, saying, let's go out with a bang.
Yeah.
And everyone died.
Yeah, sort of.
Kind of. Everyone but Galen.
Everybody but Galen, but instead of just dying, the entire universe, the entirety of the Universe 6's life pretty much got absorbed by Galen. Like, Galen became one with the entirety of that universe.
Giant metamorphosis. He came out of that star as no longer Galen, now as this energy being Galactus inside the ship stuff.
That's right. So the ship that they were flying to the star is now Galactus' ship. And then that was the destruction of Universe 6 and the birth of Universe 7.
So basically, yeah, they hit the star implodes, everything goes poof, and out comes Universe 7.
Yeah.
A little ship flying for billions of years all by itself.
Yeah. Some of the first things that were created was First of all, Galactus inside the ship was one of the first creations of our universe.
Yeah.
You also have the M-Cron crystal.
Yep. And what's the M-Cron crystal?
The M-Cron crystal is the source of the Phoenix Force.
Yes.
You also have the celestial egg.
Cosmic egg.
The cosmic egg.
Cosmic egg.
That fuels the power of the Odin Force, in the Altry.
Mm. And that's in Asgard.
Yes.
So basically, creates and fuels the life force of Asgard.
That's right. I think the cosmic cubes were also created at the birth of the universe.
And what are those?
Cosmic cubes kind of look like the Tesseract from the movie.
Okay.
It's just a cube that
Another
gives
energy source.
Yeah, it's just a cube that gives whoever holds it the power to alter reality.
I see. Okay. Strong shit though.
Yes.
What happens after?
So, for billions of years, Galactus just traveled through space inside his ship. And as he's traveling in his ship, he is discovering what his energy source is, what are its limitations, what can they do, how to contain it, how to control it, how to manipulate it. He works on this armor that allows him to contain the energy, that allows him to manipulate and control the energy. He's manipulating the ship, its form, the technology, advancing the technology. For all these billions of years, he's working on all the stuff inside his ship, even changing how the ship is formed from the outside, without ever leaving the ship.
Because at first the ship started with like this little red kind of sport car rocket looking thing. And it came out the other side.
Starting to look like a cube.
Almost like a metal, like monstrosity of a cube that was kind of got tubes going from here to there and just growing, ever growing and advancing. Yeah. And that was what he was. Because he didn't even have a sentient form or like an actual physical form. No. It was just pure energy, and that's why he built this armor.
That's right.
To contain the energy and then have something that he could appear to people as, so that they don't just vaporize basically upon seeing him.
Exactly.
And it's during these billions of years that the universe starts to populate.
That's right.
Life starts to be created. Earth comes into existence, etc., etc., etc.
That's right.
And it's while he's traveling near another planet that his ship's discovered.
That's right.
And while his ship is discovered, there's kind of like a civil war on it. Yeah. He gets caught in the middle of it. They think it's a weapon. They attack. They explode his ship. Out pops Galactus. He's been awoken from his cryo chamber slumber. Yeah. And he's hungry. Yeah. Like, he comes out just famished and just destroys everything in his path. Just eats everything. Yeah. And that... After that, I think he creates Tau 2. Yes. His, in memory of his own homeworld. Yeah.
Which becomes his home base?
I think it's his home base, yes. And then he basically creates like an entire, like, universe-large ship to carry himself in and travel around it. Yeah. So that was all literally just from his origin to him actually being seen. Yes. Billions of years. Yes. And, like, at this point, he knows how to control everything. He knows how to work his magic at this point. Yeah. That's unreal.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, Galactus's powers are almost infinite. Like, he could almost do anything.
You think that he could probably do it.
Yeah.
So, after that, what happens?
Well, lots that happens. But the first time that readers introduced to Galactus, first we need to go a little bit over Silver Surfer's origin.
Alright, who's Silver Surfer?
Silver Surfer is, I don't know if he's his first herald, but he is his most popular herald.
I believe he's one of his first.
So, Silver Surfer, his name is Norrin Radd. He is from a planet that was going to get consumed by Galactus. Norrin Radd faced Galactus and made a deal with Galactus because he wanted to save his race and save his wife. So he made a deal with Galactus to bestow Silver Surfer and bestow Norrin Radd with power so that he could travel throughout space for Galactus and find suitable planets for Galactus to consume to satiate his hunger.
He does a damn good job of it.
Yeah.
And one of the planets he actually stumbles upon is our own little gem.
Yep.
He actually helps us, though.
Yeah. Yeah, because Silver Surfer finds out how noble we are and how caring we are and how intelligent we are.
We're worth saving.
Yeah. Yeah, we have potential.
We're not just another, power-hungry race or, bloodthirsty race or something that is like, fuck it, go ahead and eat them.
Uatu also had a lot to do with that.
And who's Uatu?
Uatu, is he on here?
The Watcher. Look for his big bald head.
No,
That's probably not him. That's the planet dude.
But anyways, at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, there's a scene where you see Stan Lee with a bunch of alien bald dudes.
Yeah.
Those are Watchers. One of those is Uatu the Watcher.
And this isn't the first time Galactus has been introduced to a Watcher. The first Watcher he actually kind of ran past with was immediately after the ship went through the star and Universe 7 was born. It's upon those billions of years of travel. A Watcher sees and feels Galactus' energy traveling across whatever rock he's standing on and literally pulls the ship out of the sky, has it crash land on his planet just so he can inspect it and see what's going on, just for him to be like, wow, like, yeah, you are a threat. And being a Watcher, he can't intervene. Sends it back up into orbit, kicks it off a different direction. That's as much as he can do.
Yeah.
And a couple more billions of years, maybe, of time has passed. That's probably all the Watcher did. He saved us some time.
Usually that's all what Watchers can do. So Watchers are these beings that just watch. That's their job, is to watch the events of the universe, record it for the next universe.
They're not supposed to intervene.
No, they're supposed to let the events unfold as naturally as possible.
Yeah.
Now, Uatu is the Watcher for the Milky Way, for our galaxy.
And he might be the one exception.
Yeah, so he also came to liking humans. So when Galactus was on his way to devour us, Uatu intervened. Something that Watchers are supposed to do.
Thank God he did.
Yeah, because Uatu told the Fantastic Four about the ultimate nullifier.
He also warned them that he was coming.
Yes.
He's coming, and you probably need to find this. Was it ultimate
nullifier?
And what does this thing do?
So the ultimate nullifier is a device I believe was created by Galactus
to eat the planets.
No.
Oh.
The ultimate nullifier was created by Galactus as a weapon that can be used to defeat another being that could rival Galactus's power.
He built a suicide switch in case he ran into his twin brother.
Pretty much.
Great.
Pretty much.
You gotta love it when the bad guy does all the work for you.
Yeah. So,
a threat.
Yeah. So, Human Torch gets teleported to Galactus' homeworld, finds the ultimate nullifier, brings it back to Earth. Reed Richards uses the ultimate nullifier to persuade Galactus to not destroy us.
So here's the Human Torch. And who's that?
Human Torch is one of the Fantastic Four, somebody that we will be talking about, and somebody that I'm looking forward to getting a good movie about.
Oh, Johnny Blaze?
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, and
Great
Mr.
character.
Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic. Good old Stretch Armstrong here.
Yeah, Reed Richards, smartest man on Earth. So, fun fact, Reed Richards is one of the few beings that Galactus will actually acknowledge.
Yeah, these two chumps he kind of just laughs at.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
But Reed Richards, he actually pays attention to because of his intellect.
So that's Fantastic Four, for those who do not know. They're pretty important to the whole Galactus storyline, timeline,
Yes.
events,
Yes.
as they're about to unfold. Take us through what happens. So basically, once they get the nullifier, we said we need to talk about Silver Surfer.
Yes.
And how does he now play into this?
Well, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I didn't want to go too deep into Silver Surfer,
Mhm.
because I do want to do an episode on Silver Surfer.
Of course.
But yeah, I just wanted to tap onto how how Silver Surfer goes and finds planets for the Galactus to consume. But his goal is to find planets that does not inhabit life. Well, actually, no, not until this event. So after this trilogy with the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards uses the ultimate nullifier to force a deal with Galactus, so that Galactus will only consume planets that don't hold life, that can't sustain life.
Now, before he got him to succumb to this deal, what events kind of transpired? So let's do a play-by-play of kind of who came to Earth first. Was it Silver Surfer before Galactus? He made it there first.
Yeah.
They had already been warned by Iwatu.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
And so they knew when Silver Surfer came, they had to find the nullifier.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So at that point, what happens next?
Well, I don't know if you read through it.
Don't they fight Silver Surfer for a little bit?
He did.
Before kind of he realizes, hey, why am I fighting these guys?
They did. Yeah. And yeah, they were getting their ass kicked. Like Silver Surfer cleans the floor with all of them.
Yeah. And at that point, what were you going to say next there?
Well, I haven't actually read that series. So if you actually did that research, you go ahead.
I have not researched too much into that, other than I know Galactus comes, and after they do battle with Silver Surfer, he teams up with the Fantastic Four, and they're all able to kind of get him to quit. And that must be when
he used the nullifier to make the deal with Galactus.
Ah, okay. So then upon making the deal, so he makes him agree no more planets with people.
That's right. That's right. But as a price, and well, like I said, I don't want to go too deep into this because we will do an episode of Silver Surfer, and I want to save us material to talk about at that point. But as punishment to the Silver Surfer for defying Galactus, Galactus put a force field around Earth that prevent the Silver Surfer from leaving Earth's atmosphere. Yeah,
he basically trapped him on Earth. Said, "Fine, you love him so much, you fucking stay."
Yeah.
And that didn't last forever, though.
No.
Now, how did he get rid of that?
I don't.
All right, so when we do the Silver Surfer episode, we'll find out how he broke free of his bubble.
That's right. Now, since Silver Surfer, he's had other heroes. He's had Fire Lord. He's had Terax. Nova, which is one of my favorite characters, actually.
Yeah, Nova right here. So tell us a little bit about Nova.
Well, this Nova is Richard Rider. So Nova, when he was first created, he had a lot of similarities to Spider-Man. He was a teenager who got superpowers. Except Nova's powers allows him to fly like a rocket. Like he flies super fast. He can even fly into space. While he's in space, he flies at light speeds. He could create energy projections. He also has the world mind inside his helmet, which the world mind is the combined intelligence of all the Xandarians. We'll have an episode on Nova as well.
That's cool, because I actually don't know a lot about Nova.
Yeah, he's really, really good character.
I've heard you mention him a few times, and you're a pretty big fan of him.
Yeah.
So
Nova, I'm a big fan of. Adam Warlock, I'm a big fan of. Quasar, I'm a big fan of.
A bunch of guys I don't know nothing about.
These are all space characters.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Marvel has got a really good space pantheon.
Well, they kicked it all off with Galactus.
Yeah. And it's funny because, like, when you look at the heroes, okay, so Marvel's heroes are mainly humans. They're all Earth-based. Like Peter Parker, Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Bruce Banner. They're all humans.
Yeah.
Thor isn't, but the majority of them are humans.
Yeah.
Whereas DC, Superman's an alien. Martian Manhunter's an alien. Wonder Woman is a goddess made out of clay. Cyborg is human. Flash is human. Green Lantern is human, but he's
the Lantern Corps, isn't it?
No. There's so many aliens on DC, and yet I feel like Marvel has the more established universal pantheon. Like
yes,
they have all these established races, like the Shi'ar and the Kree and the Skrulls and the Brood and the Badoon and the Allfathers and
they have a lot.
Yeah,
and like what's Loki?
Loki's a frost giant.
Okay, so that's like another Asgard.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fuck, like, yeah. Come to think of it, there is a good diversity, but I like how Galactus did open it. He flipped the script because prior to Galactus, a lot of the criminals were humans with some kind of powers,
Yeah,
right?
Earth-based beings.
But they were all such short-lived characters in the sense that they all just wanted money. They just all wanted power. They're all just greedy for something.
There was nobody at the power level of Galactus.
Nobody. Like, they just all wanted fame and fortune, and it was the bad guy beats him up. Or, sorry, the good guy beats him up, captures him, hands him over to the authorities, and he's right back out on the street.
Yeah.
They do it again. They do it again. They do it again. It's not world-ending level. It's not universe-ending level. It's nothing that has, like, rivaled to that level. Like, Galactus set the bar real high.
Yeah.
He's like wiping out planets at a time. Like, he made it so that everything that happens in other comics is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because he could just eat that planet and then you're all dead.
So here, I will give a breakdown of the power level. I got 4% on my cell phone.
All right.
So I'm gonna do this quick. All right. So I'm gonna do the power level of Galactus so that people understand how powerful we're actually talking about. So here is the hierarchy of the Marvel's universe. You got the one above all. One above all is God, the creator of all. He's the creator of the multiverse. He's the creator of the first universe. He is the creator of everything.
And he's depicted as Jack Kirby, pretty much, is he not?
Well, he's depicted as like this old dude with like half burnt face sometimes.
Okay.
And then after the one above all, you had the fulcrum. I don't remember exactly what the fulcrum was. But pretty much the fulcrum was created pretty much the same time as the one above all, and has often been depicted as almost at the same power level as the one above all.
All right, it's pretty good.
Yeah. And then you have Protege. Protege was from like Universe 3 or something like that, and Protege was this being who could absorb the power of any being that he could go up against. Or he's from Universe 5 or something like that.
He's just a leech.
Yeah. But he ended up absorbing so much energy off of so many beings that he actually became a threat to the Living Tribunal.
Oh, wow.
And the Living Tribunal is a multiversal being. And the Living Tribunal had to he had to capture and put away Protege. Like the Living Tribunal couldn't even defeat Protege. They had to lock him away. Kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was Protege. After Protege, you have the Beyonder and Molecule Man.
Molecule Man, really?
Yeah. So that's how powerful those guys are. Beyonder is the one who's responsible for the Secret Wars. That's when the Beyonder took all these heroes and villains from Earth and forced them to face against each other in this big battle. It was in this battle where Spider-Man found the alien symbiote suit. It was in this where Doom ended up stealing the power of the Beyonder, and
a lot of shit happened.
Yeah,
that's for another episode on its own.
Yeah. So what happened was for the Molecule, the creation of Molecule Man and the Beyonder, why they're tied is because they're actually born at the same time. So when the Molecule Man, I think it's Kyle Reese or something like that. He was a scientist. He was working on some experiment. The experiment blew up, which tapped into the energy of this pocket dimension. That energy gave Molecule Man the power to manipulate all forms of matter at the molecular level. That's why he's so powerful. He can manipulate matter at the molecular level. So half of the energy of this pocket dimension went to Molecule Man. The other half created the Beyonder. So they are of equal power.
I see.
So after Beyonder and Molecule Man, you have Scathan the Approval. That's supposed to be the Approver, and he's a Celestial. Okay. So most Celestials are really powerful, but Scathan in particular is more powerful than all the other Celestials.
Awesome.
But he doesn't actually fight. Apparently, he's called the Approver because that's all he does. He will either approve or disapprove of actions, of events.
So how do they know who's the strongest? He's had to have fought at some point.
He must have fought at some point. I don't quite understand why he's ranked so high, but people have, like, it's been mentioned in comments that he's really powerful. Like, he's
okay.
Yeah, uber powerful.
Uber level.
Yeah. So after scathing the approver, you have the Living Tribunal. This guy right here.
Yep.
So the Living Tribunal, if you people can't see him, the Living Tribunal is this being who exists in all universe.
Judge, jury, kind of.
Sort of.
Control.
He doesn't really judge anything, really. He is there to make sure that balance is maintained within the multiverse.
Okay.
Now, when I say balance, I mean like when Thanos took the Infinity Gauntlet. Let's say they introduced the Living Tribunal in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. People are going to ask, well, why didn't he intervene when Thanos had the Infinity Gauntlet and wiped out half the population of the entire universe? The Living Tribunal doesn't care about that. Doesn't care about the lives or anything like that. The fact that the gauntlet is an actual item that is used to use the forces of the universe, that's natural. So whatever is being used for that is completely fine and fair game. The Living Tribunal doesn't care. If Thanos ended up wiping out all of life, the Living Tribunal, actually in the comics, in the Infinity Gauntlet, the Living Tribunal also stayed on it. Even though Thanos' goal was to destroy all life in the universe, the Living Tribunal didn't care. It didn't affect him one bit. Now, the guy I was watching doing his powers killing had mentioned that, let's say Doctor Strange decided to take on all the magic energies of all the magic beings in this universe. And let's say he went into all the other universes and took the magic of all the magical beings of all the other universes for the sole purpose of ruling the multiverse. The fact that he's using magic to do this, that's when the Living Tribunal will step in.
Oh, well, I didn't even think it was because of magic. I thought it was because now the balance has been tipped.
No.
That universe is more strong, like more powerful than the others.
No, it's because it's magic. So using the gauntlet, using the Omicron crystal, the Phoenix Force,
something that was created
that is natural to the universe. The Living Tribunal won't do anything about it. Magic corrupts reality. Magic manipulates reality. Magic is unnatural. So that's where the Living Tribunal will step in.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So the Living Tribunal. So picture what I just described.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange taking on all those magic powers of all those different universes.
I just picture like a glowing ball.
So to show the scale of the Living Tribunal, if that ever happened, the Living Tribunal is powerful enough to stop that form of Doctor Strange. So just to give you an idea of the power of the Living Tribunal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Magic does not affect the
Yeah.
Living Tribunal.
So after the Living Tribunal is Mad Jim Jaspers and Franklin Richards.
Who's Mad Jim? I know Franklin.
So Mad Jim Jaspers is a Omega level mutant who has essentially the same powers as Franklin Richards. He has the power to manipulate reality, like to the whim of his imagination.
You think he can do it?
Yeah. He only has one limitation. He needs a universe to manipulate. He can't manipulate nothing. Whereas Franklin Richards has no such limitations. He could create something out of nothing. He could be like how they defeated Matt Jim Jaspers. They got him into an empty space, an empty universe with nothing there, and then they killed him that way. That wouldn't stop Franklin Richards. Franklin Richards could create a universe within a white void of nothingness. So that's how powerful Franklin Richards is. All right. So
yes. Franklin Richards, uber level. Reed Richards' son.
Yeah. He's Reed Richards' son. He's also a mutant.
He's also a child who had the strength to manifest. Like literally, he turned himself into an adult.
Yeah.
That's how strong his fucking powers are. That he thought this would be easier if I'm older. He's older.
Now, when he naturally becomes older, when he is actually older, that's when he actually makes Galactus his herald.
Now, how the hell do you do that?
Well, that's Franklin Richards. Like I said, he can manipulate reality beyond anything you can imagine. Well, actually, within your imagination, anything that he can imagine, he can do. So, he made Galactus his herald.
And then what did he have Galactus do for him? What did he do?
I don't know. I don't really know exactly.
Yeah,
what
I
he
don't
did.
know what happened after that.
No.
Is Franklin Richards good?
Yes.
So he has this uber hungry giant child plaything now as his servant.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's still his herald, but
I was gonna say, what do you do with that?
I don't know.
That's like the biggest dog you just don't want to let out of the cage.
Yeah. So after Franklin Richards and Imagine Jaspers is Doctor Strange. Before he got retcon, before he lost a lot of his powers. So at his peak power, Doctor Strange was right below Franklin Richards power level wise.
What powers did he lose? I know we'll probably do a Doctor Strange episode.
Well, he just scaled down.
Just scaled. Okay.
Yeah.
Generalized.
Yeah. So like at his peak, he was multiversal.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But now he's just universal.
That makes sense.
After Doctor Strange, you got Altaz. I know nothing of Altaz. No, Altaz is the custodian of the multiverse.
I've never even heard of him.
Yeah, no, I just found about him in my research. So,
Okay.
So he's pretty much as powerful as the Living Tribunal. The Living Tribunal is the Living Tribunal is the maintains the balance within the multiverse, and Altaz is the custodian of the multiverse.
So when the balance hasn't been maintained, he comes in to clean up.
Pretty much.
Nice, got it.
Yeah. Then after Altaz, you have Infinity and Eternity.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So Eternity, you might have seen pictures online of this being who looks like he has the universe within himself, because he is the embodiment of our universe. So from here on out, so from Eternity and Infinity, all these next beings I'll be talking about, even Doctor Strange and Franklin Richards, they exist. There is going to be a different version of them in all the different universes. So the Living Tribunal is multiversal. The one above all is multiversal. The Beyonder is multiversal.
Mm-hmm.
But every universe of the multiverse will have their own version of Eternity and Infinity. And,
I see.
Every other being that I'll be talking about.
Where the other one are always the same.
That's
throughout.
right.
These people change.
That's right. So Eternity is the embodiment of our universe, and Infinity is the embodiment of all that can be. Then you have Abraxas. Abraxas is...
I found out about him.
Yeah. So when Abraxas is the end of the multiverse, and he only comes into existence if Galactus dies.
Yes.
So when Galactus dies, Abraxas is released, and Abraxas's goal is to destroy the multiverse.
So he actually travels between all the universes within the multiverse, killing all the different Galactuses.
That's right.
Until they realize, you know what, the only way to stop Abraxas is Franklin
Galactus.
Richards.
Oh, that's Franklin Richards.
To bring back and resurrect
Galactus.
the original Galactus that they had killed.
Yes.
The Fantastic Four and the rest of them.
Yes.
So with that, bring back the original Galactus, they teamed up and fought Abraxas.
Yeah.
And were able to finally take him down.
Yeah.
Abraxas was goading Galactus and chirping him and just poking at him, and he still won.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So after Abraxas, you have the Phoenix Force.
Okay.
All right. After the Phoenix Force, you have Oblivion. Oblivion is pretty much the space is the time of it's Oblivion. He's the physical embodiment of nothingness, of no life, of nothingness.
The void, essentially.
Exactly. Then you have Lady Death.
Yeah.
Then after Death is Galactus.
Okay.
So after all of this talk, this is where Galactus' power level is at. Then after Galactus, you have the Master of Order and Lord Chaos. And you also have the In-Betweener, which is like a combination of Order and Chaos.
Yeah.
And then you have Mistress Love, Mr. Entropy, and all these other physical embodiments of all these different emotions. So these are all like at the same, almost as powerful as Eternity and Infinity.
Okay.
And then after that, you have Celestials, the rest of the Celestials.
Who are weaker than Galactus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But there's a lot of people stronger than him.
Yes.
Like Doctor Strange.
Yes. So, and then Doctor Strange comes back on my list. So after he hit the power loss, he's right underneath the Celestials.
Ah, okay. So they bump him down a peg.
Yeah. And then you've got Dormammu, and then you've got Zeus, Odin, Mephisto, Surtur, Rune King Thor, and all the All-Fathers.
What's Rune King?
Rune King Thor is Thor when he found these ancient runes that gave him powers of Odin, pretty much.
Oh, damn. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the hierarchy of...
That's the scaling.
That's right. That's the scaling. To give people an idea, when people want to know how powerful Galactus is, well, he's quite... Notice Thanos is not on this list.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was literally on the tip of my tongue. He didn't make the fucking cut.
No, Silver Surfer didn't make the cut.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah. So, just to give you guys an idea of how powerful Galactus is.
Now, he's had some pretty cool heralds.
Yes.
You said Silver Surfer, Fire Lord, Dormammu?
Yes. So, and there is a story where, how did this happen? Something happened. Oh, yeah. There was this being who got into Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum and got a hold of all these magical items, and his goal was to kill Galactus, because Galactus ends up destroying his world or something like that. Anyways, he grabs all these magical items and ends up opening up a portal, trapping Galactus in the magical universe, in the magical worlds, where Dormammu resides, where Mephisto resides, where the Vishanti reside, where all these magical beings reside. And in here, Galactus started absorbing the power of all these magical beings.
Nice.
And Galactus starts absorbing all these magical energies, which is something he's never done before. He's never absorbed magical energy, and until he becomes a threat, Dormammu decides he needed to stop Galactus, so he ends up setting up a trap and set up this planet for Galactus to go and absorb, but it was actually a trap. And his goal was to take control of Galactus. And he somewhat succeeds, but not really. Like, Galactus allows himself to be taken control by Dormammu, but in doing so, he ends up making Dormammu his herald.
How?
That's how...
It's just like, now you're my bitch.
That's just pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Anyways, so yeah, that story unfolds. I don't quite remember how everything happens, but shit happens. The shit really, really hit the fan. Mephisto had a lot to do with it, because pretty much as Galactus' herald, they were going around destroying, absorbing all these magical energies, and as they're doing this, that's right, as they're doing this, the more Galactus is absorbing magical energies, the weaker the barrier between the magical world and our universe gets.
Trying to break through.
Dormammu's trying to get to our universe, because Dormammu, it's been said that if Dormammu ends up going into our universe, he is powerful enough to destroy our entire universe. So, yeah.
Now, he's had other heralds, Human Torch, Nova.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite, would you say? Surfer?
Yeah.
I
also like Fire Lord quite a bit as well.
Fire Lord?
Yeah.
No, is it the same? No, not Firestorm.
No, Fire Lord is it's a dude that's in fire that has like this staff with two fireballs on either end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's seen sometimes as a member of the Shi'ar, the Shi'ar
Strike Force or whatever.
Yeah, the same group that Gladiator is with, though.
Yes.
Yeah. So, they're elite guard. The Shi'ar elite guard. That's who they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What else did I have to talk about? Oh yeah, I mentioned to you off camera that Galactus has a daughter named Galacta.
Not canon, though.
Not canon.
No, Galacta.
Yeah.
That must have been like, just a one-off series.
Yeah. It just shows how she just tries to be. She's trying to be human. So like, she's a good person. She actually has feelings. She has a mother, and she tries to be human. She disguises herself to be human. So she doesn't go by Galacta. She goes by Gala or something like that.
Is she giant like him?
No, she's human size.
So Galactus slept with a human?
I guess so. They never explained it. They
probably just was like, oh, a daughter. Done. One appeared.
They never explained who her mom was. Yeah.
Kept that off the book.
But in that story, apparently, she finds out that she also has Galactus' hunger.
Oh, shit.
But she finds what she does is she, instead of feeding off of life force or planets, she finds these microscopic interdimensional beings that nobody will ever mess or notice and absorbs those. Which is kind of like a vampire eating rats instead of drinking blood from a human being. It does the trick, but it doesn't satiate them.
No.
So same with her. It doesn't satiate her, but it does a trick to
Not
keep,
dead.
Exactly.
Still hungry.
Exactly. Prevents her from going apeshit and killing everybody around her.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
But then she finds out that she's got like this tapeworm type parasite inside of her. That's probably the cause of her hunger. But then, so she was ready to get rid of this tapeworm when Galactus shows up and tells her not to, because that inside her is not a parasite. That is a fetus. It is going to be the next Galactus. Pretty much.
Impregnated his own daughter?
Pretty much.
Oh, god damn it, Marvel.
That's why that story didn't last very long.
Oh, man.
That's why that story didn't last very long.
And how did she respond to this?
I don't know. I just read up on it. I never actually read the story.
She didn't listen to Dad.
No.
She fucking pulled it.
Well, like I said, it's not canon, and the story was very short-lived.
Wonder why, guys.
Yeah.
Wonder why.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we already answered what happens if Galactus dies.
No,
right?
we didn't.
Well, we kind of did, right? Abraxas came.
Well, yeah, but we also didn't mention what is the purpose of Galactus. Because Galactus is a universal constant. He has to exist. And why does he have to exist? Did you read that part?
No, I didn't get a clear one answer.
All right. So, the Celestials, how they give birth to other Celestials, they'll travel to planets. They'll plant a seed. That seed will go to that planet's core. And when it's ready to become a Celestial, a full-size Celestial, it erupts that core, destroying that planet.
Okay.
So by Galactus going to these planets, eating these planets, he is keeping the Celestial population in check. Because if it wasn't for Galactus, the Celestials would would overpopulate and overwhelm our entire universe.
Yeah, probably, because there's a lot of planets out there.
Yeah. And remember my power hierarchy, how Celestials are above Dormammu. They're above Doctor Strange.
And they're just right below him, barely.
Yeah, and they're just barely below Galactus. In honesty, like the difference between Galactus.
There's one of him, and there's a lot of them.
Exactly.
And like all it takes is probably 2 or 3 at once that he not loses.
Exactly.
So,
Now,
yeah, let's keep their limited numbers down.
Yes. Now going back to Thanos, though, for anybody who watched our episode on Thanos, when he had the Infinity Gauntlet, he did end up wiping out all the Celestials, and Eternity, and Galactus, and Eternity, and Infinity, and all these other beings that I talked about, Mistress Love, Mr. Entropy, the Master Order, and Lord Chaos, the In-Betweener.
Everybody but Lady Death.
Oblivion. Everybody but Lady Death. Because Lady Death can't die.
And he had a hard-on for her.
Thanos, yes.
Yeah. So he didn't really want to wipe her out.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, we haven't done an episode just on Thanos. I don't know if we will.
That's right. It was on
Infinity War.
That's right.
Yeah.
What really is on Thanos?
That's pretty much Thanos, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has much of another story.
Well, he has plenty of other stories, but
that's the big one.
That is his origin. That is he existed before that story, but that's Thanos. The Infinity War is everything you need to know about Thanos, really.
Yeah. And I think that's probably all they need to know about Galactus at that point.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's talk about his appearance in movie, because that's the purpose of the show, right? Is talk about him in the media.
Absolutely, the crossovers.
Yeah. And
we've seen him once. Kind of. If you call a big fucking shitty CGI cloud and like a flashing shadow of the horned helmet and. That was all we saw in Fantastic Four 2 with Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, it's as bad as in Green Lantern with the Anti-Monitor being the exact same thing. They did the exact same thing, just a cloud of nothingness, and the Anti-Monitor is a DC version of Galactus. So and
That was the Ryan Reynolds, the Anti-Monitor?
Yeah. So
that's pretty bad.
Yeah. Or was that Parallax?
I think that
I think that was Parallax. That movie was shit.
It's hard. How do you do these? Honestly, how the fuck are they gonna make movies with these like galactic, multiverse, universal beings and have it look good?
They haven't looked good. I'm sure they can make it look. They made Dormammu look all right.
Yeah.
The trick with Galactus is don't show him a lot. They're not going to fight him. Who's going to fight him?
Yeah, you really don't need to fight him.
No, there's no fighting Galactus.
He's here.
We're fucked.
Yeah.
We can't use our muscles. We have to use our brains. Yeah. And luck. Lots and lots of luck.
Yes. Lots and lots of luck.
Yes. And a good writer.
That usually helps. You know?
But other than that, he hasn't existed in any other movie. He's been in a few cartoons. He's been in Fantastic Four cartoon. He's been in. Was he in his 90s Spider-Man? He might have been. I'm sure he might have been in the Iron Man cartoon, one of the Iron Man cartoons, possibly. He's been shown in like Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes and Avengers Assemble, and he's been in various cartoons and whatnot. But as far as movies goes, he's been in one movie, and I'd rather not pretend that movie didn't exist. It's not as bad as like X-Men Origins Wolverine, or it's not as bad as in the Fat Four Stick, but it's not good.
And yeah, there's been rumors, a lot of rumors for MCU Phase 4. Galactus might be the big bad.
But he's not
a big threat.
Big threat, sure. They need somebody else.
I think they're doing it though to open up the whole multiverse universe thing.
Sure.
Because it will.
Yeah. Bringing
Galactus in, just ask for other big shots to come in, right? And they've already done the whole timeline thing once.
Yeah. Who I think they should bring in is
Fantastic Four?
Well, Fantastic Four, obviously. But no, they should bring in Magus.
Who's Magus?
Magus is the evil clone of Adam Warlock. When Adam Warlock ends up getting the Infinity Gauntlet, he splits himself into three. One part becomes Goddess, which is his good side, and the other one becomes Magus, his evil side, leaving Adam Warlock, the neutral side, by himself. So Magus, the evil side of Adam Warlock, ends up getting a hold of the Infinity Gauntlet, causing the Infinity Wars. So the first comic book story was Infinity Gauntlet. The second story was Infinity Wars, and that is with Magus with the Infinity Gauntlet. So Magus would be a good villain for the next phase of Marvel,
and stick with the whole Infinity Gauntlet thing.
Maybe not. We don't really need the Infinity Gauntlet in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Infinity Gauntlet got destroyed. The gems are gone.
True. That's very true. I guess we'll see what comes next.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes next. So next week, who do we got on the block here?
Superman.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Where do we start?
At the beginning.
Christopher Reeves? No. Just kidding. Way back in 1960 something?
Yeah.
60.
Okay, we go further than back than that. George Reeves.
Oh jeez.
With no relation to Christopher Reeves.
No.
No.
When was Superman's first publication? Was it 40s?
30s.
30s. Holy jeez. Yeah, we're going back a bit, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, stay tuned for next week. It'll be episode 20.
Yep.
I guess we'll bring in episode 20 with a bang.
Having Superman as our episode 20. That's appropriate.
It's pretty well done. We should give ourselves a pat on the back here. Don't mind if I do. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys, for another week here, and hope to see y'all next week.
Cheers.
Stay tuned for all the reruns prior to our episodes as we go live. We're always going to show last week's episode. So, probably just finished watching Riddler. And next week you'll get a chance to rewatch this one if you miss anything. Have a good night, guys. Take care.
Yes.